After the long winter months, most of us are welcoming the summer sun, but all that heat and humidity can have a negative effect on your skin. So how can you keep yourself looking fresh and oil-free? Joining us to tell us all we need to know to maintain good skin during the summer is Dr. Ava Shamban. Doctor, welcome. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is such a timely topic.
Absolutely.
With the weather just warming up now.
It's beautiful outside. We want to run outside. But what are the biggest skin concerns during the summer?
During the summer, your skin may have behaved perfectly during the end of the winter and the spring, but in the summer, all of a sudden you can be faced with a tremendous amount of oiliness and breaking out as you never did before, and then breaking out in places where you may never have broken out before, like your back.
Oh.
That can be something.
So outside of your T-zone.
That's right. way outside of your T-zone. And you're trying to wear all these sort of summery outfits, these backless dresses or little tops, and it becomes very important to find different things that you can use.
Absolutely. Well, we should talk about sun protection because that's key during, I mean, it's key all year round, but especially, as you said, in the summer when we have so much of our body exposed. What are your thoughts on sun protective clothing?
Well, I think sun protective clothing is one of the best advances in really protecting your skin from the sun. I think that, you know, we all want to go for this beautiful kind of glowy look, but without damaging our skin from the sun. So by using a combination of a sunscreen and then wearing a wide brimmed hat and sun protective clothing, we can achieve that goal. You can find it anywhere, and in fact, look at this tiny little t-shirt. This is for a newborn, and it has an SPF of 50, so that means that it has to be tested for SPF. So there's no excuse. Whether you're small or whether you're tall, you can find sun protective clothing.
And you advise wearing that hat every day, just running around doing your errands?
Every day, because we're really looking at total UV protection, which is more than just sunscreen.
Absolutely. Now, there are a lot of people who know they should be wearing their sunscreen, but avoid it because, as you said, in the summer months, they tend to break out. They're oily already, and they feel like the sunscreen is just adding another layer of oil to their skin. Exactly.
So one thing you can do is you can look for a gel-based sunscreen that will be less oil producing, or get a lotion that has been tested for what we call non-comedogenicity, which doesn't create pimples, that has SPF in it. Like Aveeno has a product like that.
That's fantastic. Now, what about food? Are there any foods that we can eat that will actually raise the natural SPF of our skin?
Yes, specifically pomegranate, carrots, but eating watermelon, eating foods that are very deeply colored, like especially the reds and the purples, blueberries, raspberries, pomegranates, as I mentioned, they can actually slightly increase the SPF of your skin. They're good for you from an antioxidant standpoint as well, but you really want to use your sunscreen and go for a higher SPF, because it's been shown that even at SPF 70, at 80, you get better protection than a lower SPF at 25.
Oh, really? Okay. So, and we should mention that eating these foods doesn't give you license to skip the sunscreen.
No. But some, if you're just wearing sunscreen, some ultraviolet will penetrate through. So everything else that we can do to help protect ourselves is very important. And at the same time, you need to have your vitamin D levels checked too, because you might need a supplement, since we really are trying to prevent skin cancer.
Absolutely. Now, what about pregnant women? Do they have extra special concerns when it comes to sunscreen, whether there might be something in the sunscreen that's bad for them, and B, whether or not they need more sunscreen?
Yes, if you're pregnant, you have to be especially careful because you are prone to pigmentation. You can get the so-called mask of pregnancy, where you sort of look like a bandit with brown patches over your cheek, and the way to do that is to use more, and for pregnant women, I recommend sunblock, so non-chemical physical blocks, such as blocks that contain titanium dioxide or zinc dioxide. And you don't have to look like Casper the Ghost. You can find one that's been micronized, and so it has a nice appearance on the skin.
And those are the sunscreens that sit on top of the skin as opposed to being absorbed into it, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
And that's why
they're called a physical sunblock, so they actually reflect the sun back. And of course, you want to find the hat that you look gorgeous in.
And they are considered a little bit safer for children as well, those types of sunscreen, correct?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Now, you have some fantastic natural remedies here for oily skin that we get in the summer, some masks that you're going to tell us about. This is fun. This is stuff that we can make at home.
That's right, and that's one of the beautiful things. Is I really like the concept that something that you can make in the kitchen, you can maybe eat a little bit of it.
In the case of this one.
In the case of this one, as you were saying before, and you can apply it to your skin. So one of the issues with summer skin is oiliness. So this mask is made of a little bit. It has some lemon juice in it, as you can see here. It has some cooked oatmeal and some egg whites, and so it's very nice because the lemon is an antioxidant, also tightens pores, as does the egg white. So you just put a little bit
that
on.
That feels so nice and smooth.
Nice and cooling, and you can do this a couple times a week.
Now, what will this do to my skin?
It will help reduce production of oil by your oil glands and help tighten your pores. And we all want to, and during the summer, our pores tend to dilate because we're trying to push out some oil and also
but it's not going to dry up my skin.
No, it's not going to over dry your skin.
Okay.
Sometimes in the summer, though, after the oiliness and you scrub the oil off, then you do get dry. So then you can use this moisturizer that we've made.
Okay, let's try that one.
And so this moisturizer is made with just sort of a basic, you just get something that you feel comfortable with on your face. And in this case, I'm using banana cream. Bland, just a bland, unscented, fragrance-free moisturizer.
Okay.
And then here I have some oil I've made with rosemary in it because it's an anti-inflammatory.
Is this?
That's the rosemary.
That's
rosemary. I put the rosemary in it. It also has some chamomile oil, which is anti-inflammatory too, and thyme oil. And then this is all mixed together. And so it's kind of a little bit yellowish. Very moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, can help replace the oils in your skin.
So this is if you're feeling a little dry.
This is if you're feeling a little dry. Right. And it's great for that keratosis pilaris, that bumpy rash that people get on the back of their arms during the summer.
Oh, that will help remove that?
Yes, it helps soften that and make it go away. So you have nice, smooth arms.
Everybody wants that during the summer.
That's right. Not an oily face, nice, smooth arms.
Right.
And it's really great, too. Never forget your neck and chest when you're applying sunscreen, moisturizer, or a mask.
Very good tip, Dr. Shamban. Thank you so much for all of these fun tips that we can do at home. And don't forget, you can follow us, ABC News Now, on Facebook and Twitter. Just search ABC News Now.